First at 5, new details are emerging about a fatal shooting on Madison's north side. And a neighbor says this isn't the first time.
Act 10 has been struck down for now. How unions are reacting and what's next on the legal side of things.
Plus, the state of Wisconsin has a big surplus in its reserves, but experts are warning against big new expenses. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Thanks for staying with us tonight at 5, everyone. We have an update to last night's shooting on Madison's north side. Police believe the incident that left 1 dead and 2 injured was targeted.
Our Ellie LaLiberte spent the day at the apartment complex where it happened. She joins us now with what residents are saying. Ellie?
Yeah, the shooting happened at the 1500 block on Troy Drive at the Park Crest Apartments. Police were called to the scene around 7 p.m. yesterday to find 3 people injured. 1 man was shot and died later from his injuries, and a 16 and 17-year-old were both sent to the hospital. Residents and neighbors I spoke with tell me they feel unsafe but aren't surprised. Caesar Jump has lived at the Park Crest Apartments for 16 years, and he says this is the 3rd violent act he's seen here in that time.
I like to stay away from violence, and I don't like violence, and I always have that fear that something will happen to me, like that, like a, bystander shooting by me, when I'm coming around my apartment or my place, so I don't feel safe, no.
Officers spent today checking with surrounding buildings and businesses for video footage and combed the area for additional evidence. Police are still trying to determine a motive, and there is currently no one in custody.
Ellie, thank you. 1 man is dead and another injured and facing charges, including homicide, after a 3-vehicle crash this morning on Madison's east side. Madison Fire says the crash happened on Wisconsin 30 at the end of the North Stoughton on-ramp around 4 o'clock this morning. 1 driver reportedly blew the red light and crashed into 2 vehicles exiting Highway 30. Crews found 1 person pinned inside their vehicle and had to cut the roof off to get to them. That man was pronounced dead at the scene. The 3rd driver involved was not harmed.
Our hearts do go out to those directly involved in this case. Someone was leaving, headed to work, and ultimately, several lives forever changed by this.
The suspect driver was taken to the hospital, and they are in police custody facing charges of homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle. Look at the weather. Things are finally going to turn a little bit of a corner here. Blaze Keller is out on the weather patio. Hi, Blaze.
Hello. That's right. If you have not been a fan of the cold weather that essentially started at the end of November and has held through at least today, you're going to like the weekend because we're back into the 40s, and that could stick around into Monday of next week as well. Right now, we're sitting in those 30s. We're right around freezing, actually, if just slightly above it around the Madison area. 32, Boscobel and DePrairie du Chien, 30 in Lone Rock, Mineral Point, Platteville, down into Dubuque, 31. Mineral Point, as well as Belleville, Mount Horeb, Cross Plains, you're kind of seeing it there. Wanakee coming in at 33, as well as McFarland. Cloud cover is going to start to move in out of northern Wisconsin. That, along with some of our slight southwesterly winds, have started to warm us up compared to this same time yesterday by about 5 to almost 15, if not 20 degrees up there in Camp Douglas. We're in the 40s not only Saturday, but Sunday and Monday, as I mentioned as well. It is going to be a bit breezy over the weekend, so if you have any outdoor plans, just keep that in mind. But we'll hang out in the 20s tonight. We're going to break down more in the full forecast.
Thank you. After Monday's decision by a Dane County judge to strike down parts of Act 10, public sector unions are already starting to consider going back to the bargaining table.
Among the group of state employees impacted are teaching assistants at UW schools. Political reporter Will Keneally sat down with members of the TA union, and he has more. Will?
Yeah, under Act 10, public sector employees who did not fall under this public safety exemption, think police and fire, for example, they were unable to bargain over policies to ensure good working conditions. Now, this could all change if that judge's decision holds, and members of UW-Madison's TA union say that this could prevent graduate researchers and TAs from work abuse, including things like even having to do their supervisor's laundry. Now, things are not finalized right now, though, as Monday's decision is getting appealed right now through the state's court system.
Say whatever happens with the lawsuit, there's nothing preventing university administration from sitting down with us at a table and bargaining right now. There wouldn't be a legally enforceable contract that comes out of that at the end until and unless this lawsuit is finalized in our favor. But the chancellor could sit down with us and agree that the university is going to establish some of these universal workplace protections.
Now, the TA union tells us that right now they're working to organize graduate workers ahead of any kind of final ruling. You can see our full conversation coming up this Sunday at 10:30 on For the Record.
All right, Will, thanks. And also this Sunday on For the Record, we'll get some insight into a Wisconsinite running to lead the National Democratic Party, as well as remembering a former state Supreme Court justice with one of his colleagues.
With holiday meals in full swing now, the City of Madison Engineering Division wants to remind all of us to avoid pouring fats, oil, grease, and other food waste down the drain. City officials say a ditch on the city's east side is clean after a sewer overflow was caused by grease buildup yesterday. Home drains should never be used for fats, oil, or grease, especially in the winter months. One way to get rid of those waste products is to store them in a glass jar until full and then throw the jar away with your regular trash.
Monona residents affected by a water main break this morning have had their running water restored on Midwood Avenue from Bridge Road to Falcon Circle. A main was broken, water shut off at 10 this morning. Now those who were affected should flush their pipes by running cold water for 2 minutes after the water is clear. Then run hot water until it becomes hot, then wait an hour and run the hot water again.
Despite this being the first year that alcohol was sold at Camp Randall Stadium, UW police say arrests for underage drinking were the lowest they've been in 4 years. The number of underage arrests averaged about 19 per game in 2022 and 13 this year. However, there has been a steady decline since 2022 as young people across the nation are choosing to drink less and less.
A new holiday tradition popping up in downtown Madison that offers shops and activities while donating to a good cause. It's called Sip and Glow, a King Street holiday block party. Tonight at 6, people can attend the event on King at Pinckney Streets and find live music, a craft market, food and drink specials, along with an ugly sweater contest. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the YWCA of Madison, which is dedicated to eliminating racism, empowering women, and promoting peace for all.
Feedback has been pretty strong, even though, we're in December in Wisconsin. It's going to be a little bit chilly, but I like to think people bundle up and think about the warm drinks and the hospitality and smiles of everybody that makes it always a little bit warmer.
A $3 donation is suggested for entry to that ugly sweater contest, and winners will receive gifts from a variety of business. And those planning to attend the event, well, they're saying that Santa will also be strolling around the block party.
A new report from the Wisconsin Policy Forum estimates that at the end of this fiscal year or the end of June of next year, Wisconsin will have about $6 billion in reserves or funds set aside for later use.
Our Maddie Himes joins us now with more on what those numbers represent. Maddie?
So that $6 billion is made up of about $4 billion in general funds and $2 billion in rainy day funds. These are unprecedented numbers. You can see here for a long time, the state barely had anything in its reserves. Despite that, the budget has lost some strength from years prior, and the state is spending more than it's taking in. 2 years ago, the combined forces of inflation and federal pandemic aid boosted state tax collections. When paired with the tight limits on spending, we ended up with that surplus. But Mark Sommerhauser with the Wisconsin Policy Forum says the state should still be careful with spending.
State policymakers should exercise some caution in terms of especially around things like large spending increases, large tax cuts that could be made permanent.
All of this made even more complicated by potential changes in federal policy, like the president-elect's promises of mass deportations and tariffs. We'll see whether the state heeds that recommended caution in the governor's budget proposal just a few months from now.
Maddie, thank you. The Department of Agriculture will start testing raw milk from dairy silos around the nation. It's an attempt to better track the spread of bird flu. H5N1 bird flu has been spreading in dairy cattle since March. 6 states will be included in the first round of testing. Wisconsin is not one of them. California, Colorado, and Michigan have infected herds. Mississippi, Oregon and Pennsylvania have not reported any problems.
Teen entrepreneurs across Wisconsin are being invited to sign up to compete for a $5,000 scholarship. It's a part of the annual Young Entrepreneur Competition that gives high school students a chance to pitch their business in a Shark Tank style competition. Teens who have run their businesses since January of this year or earlier are eligible to apply. Businesses will be judged by a panel of celebrity judges, including Craig Culver, Jim Pop, and Denise Thomas. Visit the Junior Achievement of Wisconsin website for more information about this event. And coming up, a full check of your first warn forecast and the warmer weather this weekend.
And Congress is looking into how to fight against the epidemic of obesity and diabetes in the United States.
A little movement on Wall Street. Bitcoin surging up 3.6%, over $101,000. The Dow falls 123. The Nasdaq gains 159 points. The S&P up 15. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now, brought to you by Cardinal Heating and Air Conditioning.
Come on, baby. Don't be like that. We can get through this. I know we've had some hiccups, but I can't afford to lose you. A new furnace just isn't in my budget.
Worried about breaking the bank? Ask us about our monthly payment plans.
Give the ultimate gift this holiday season with power tools from Menards. Bosch power tools are engineered to handle the toughest jobs, and Menards carries over 75 Bosch tools in stock. Whether you need to rip, cut, drill, or drive, Bosch power tools provide the power you need for tackling the toughest jobs. Now at Menards, buy a select Bosch 18-volt tool and get a free 18-volt 4-amp-hour battery kit.
Save big money at Menards.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford crew.
Maverick, Ranger.
Another truckload of trucks?
Big event needs big selection. Right, like the Ford F-Series. Best-selling trucks for 47 years. Gas, hybrid, electric, and big selection means great deals. Exactly, which means it's the best time to buy.
Choose Flex Buy on F-150 and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 Flex Buy and 1,000 holiday bonus cash. See your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Don't let an appliance breakdown break you down. Fridge on the fritz? Stay cool. With affordable in-stock options, we'll have one delivered to your door in no time. Brothers Maine. Feel like family.
I've got arthritis in my joints. I would walk 10 steps and not have to sit down. I wanted to do anything other than go through the pain and the effort of the surgery.
That's when Mike discovered QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. All natural treatments to restore and repair your damaged joint tissue and get you back to living a normal life again with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime.
Afterwards, I felt like I really made the right choice. It's a tremendous success.
Join tens of thousands of satisfied patients who have found lasting relief from their joint pain. Request a free consultation and find out if you're qualified for this therapeutic breakthrough. Call 608-927-4530.
If you want to avoid the process of surgery and the pain and the effort, you need to go to QC Kinetics.
Isn't it time you got your life back? Call now for your free consultation. 608-927-4530. 608-927-4530.
It's 6 p.m. in Wisconsin, and you want to know what happened throughout the day. That's where News 3 Now at 6 comes in. Moving forward. While you're navigating your day, we're out in the community, uncovering the stories and finding the answers you're looking for. Local breaking news, in-depth reports, getting to the heart of events and issues that matter here. And when bad weather is on the way, we warn you first. Start your evening with News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward. Weeknights. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The Senate Health Committee tackled the topic of rising obesity and diabetes in the U.S. and what's to blame during a fiery hearing with FDA officials.
The committee chair, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, says the FDA is not treating the issue with the urgency that it demands. Natalie Brand has more.
Senators grilled the outgoing leader of the FDA on why more hasn't been done to address rising rates of diabetes and obesity in the United States and what research has shown is the link to ultra-processed foods.
Much of what we try to do, frankly, gets blocked.
FDA Commissioner Dr. Robert Califf suggested his agency needs more resources and laws from Congress to combat legal challenges brought by the food and beverage industry. Senator Bernie Sanders has compared it to the fight decades ago against big tobacco.
We have an epidemic of obesity, an epidemic of diabetes. People are getting sick, people are dying. Our lifespan is lower than other countries.
Sanders wants to see front-of-label packaging, which would warn about products with high sugar, fat, or sodium, a change that's been under review since last year. Lawmakers also asked about strengthening the review of chemicals in popular foods.
Califf was talking, too, about research not being shared between the food industry and the public. Can Congress do something about that?
You know, we want to know what the impact of ultra-processed food, of high amounts of sugar are on human health.
For its part, the consumer packaged goods industry said in a statement it's committed to protecting access to nutritious, affordable, convenient, and safe food.
If we take the issue seriously, it means confronting the industry.
Senator Sanders says this should be a bipartisan issue that he hopes gets increased attention with the next administration. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Well, mark your calendars for next weekend for a chance to see one of the best annual meteor showers, the Geminids, the second to last meteor shower of the year, slated to peak on December 13th and 14th, just before this month's full moon on December 15th. The shower should start around 9 or 10 p.m. and last until dawn. Find an area away from city and street lights for the best viewing. After the Geminids, there's only one meteor shower left in the year, the Ursids.
Make sure you make a wish if you see a shooting star. And now here's meteorologist Blaise Keller with the weekend forecast. Blaise?
And it may not be a particularly great weekend to be out, sky condition-wise, to be looking for those meteors, just because we are going to be dealing with some cloud cover here and there. Temperature-wise, though, considering we're nearing the midpoint of December, or at least we're making our way through the start of it, it's not going to be as cold. So if you do want to venture outside, we're actually set to climb into the 40s and 50s during the daytime, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So that means our overnight lows will be on the more comfortable side in those 30s. Now, we'll see partly sunny conditions both Saturday and Sunday, but then some rain chances move in later Sunday into Monday as the second of two Clipper systems moves through. And as they're moving into the Great Lakes, their southwesterly winds out ahead of them are helping us climb into those 40s as we head into your Saturday afternoon. Then we'll do it again as we go into your Sunday, and then we'll do it once more as we go into your Monday. So we are anticipating at least 3 days over your weekend where temperatures are going to be at least 5, 10, maybe 15 degrees above average. But again, it's because we have two Clipper systems moving on through here. So once they leave, especially that second one, temperatures are going to start to cool on down thanks to northwesterly winds. So again, the bigger picture, if we want to take this out further and really dissect what is going on, it's all because a high pressure system really is sliding off to the south and east. Winds turn clockwise around a high pressure. So as that moves further to the south and east, we're going to get more of those southwesterly winds. That coupled with southwesterly winds out ahead of these Clipper systems, it's kind of creating a corridor, if you will, or a river of just southwesterly winds over the Great Lakes and the upper Midwest. And that's why we're tapping into that warmer air, not only Saturday and Sunday, but into Monday as well. The second of these two systems, that was the one that maybe could have brought us some measurable snow if it was further south. Instead, it's staying to the north, so we stay warm. But then on the backside of that, northwesterly winds take on over, and that means that we'll maybe reintroduce a rain-snow mix as we go Monday into Tuesday, and then we'll keep that flurry, light snow chance Wednesday and Thursday and Friday of next week as well. But as a whole, we are going to continue to maybe trend on the warmer than average side, not only over the next 6 to 10 days, but over the next 8 to 14 days as well. This is taking us up through December 20th, so just a few days away from Christmas, still leaning more warmer than average. However, the darker the red doesn't necessarily mean the warmer the temperatures. It's just the more confidence climatologists have that we're going to be on the warmer than average side. But take a look at when we normally say goodbye to at least 50-degree days, back on December 2nd. So this little warm-up this weekend isn't necessarily coming super late in the season, considering on average, Madison says goodbye to at least 50-degree days back on December 2nd. Low to mid 40s for your Saturday. Average high temperature 35 degrees. Will be partly sunny and breezy at times. Take a look at that 7 and 10 day forecast. Some morning rain there on Monday. Flurry chances Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. It's just that time of year when we cool on down and we get a little bit of clouds. We might get some snowflakes falling. And then that following weekend, if you like to warm up this upcoming weekend, we get another shot of it as we see the return of 40s by that following weekend.
All right, Blaze, thank you. The freezing temperatures are a sign that ice fishing season is near, but before you step out on the lake, know the warning signs of ice that's too thin. We'll go through them after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hurry into Shopko Optical before your vision benefits expire. Our professional team will walk you through your options, and together, we will maximize your benefits on exams, frames, contact lenses, and more. Your personalized eye care awaits. Visit Shopko Optical today.
Think all Medicare plans are the same? Think again. A Medicare Advantage plan from Dean Health Plan gives you the benefits you need with premiums as low as $0 a month. Medical, hospital, and prescription drug coverage comes with $0 copays for primary care doctor visits. And extra benefits can help you save even more. Get preventive and comprehensive dental, $250 for eyewear, and $750 for hearing aids. Plus, you can save on over-the-counter health and wellness items. All this and free fitness memberships at more than 25,000 locations. Call 1-888-296-4080 today to get your free Dean Health Plan Medicare Advantage Guide. That's 1-888-296-4080. Dean Health Plan. Right here with you.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
I just this morning made a new hole in my belt, so that was super exciting.
Why are women everywhere choosing Sonobello, the advanced solution for permanent fat removal?
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all. And my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sonobello's best offer of the year. Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
Check it out, Snatch Waist. Loving the results. It will change your life. It did for me.
Call 1-888-510-6198 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford crew.
Maverick, Ranger.
Another truckload of trucks?
Big event needs a big selection. Right, like the Ford F-Series. Best-selling trucks for 47 years. Gas, hybrid, electric, and big selection means great deals. Exactly, which means it's the best time to buy.
Choose Flex Buy on F-150 and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 Flex Buy and 1,000 holiday bonus cash. See your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Your eyewear should be as individual as you. With Shopko Optical's extensive selection of frames and lenses, our optometrists will learn about you and help you customize the right choice for your lifestyle. Visit Shopko Optical and find your new signature style today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, just because of these frigid temperatures lately doesn't mean the lake ice is safe just yet.
And a big upswing in temperatures Blaze was talking about is expected this weekend. So when it comes to ice on the lake, Kirsten Mitchell found things under the surface play a role too.
From skating to fishing.
Some days you can't keep them off the hook.
Minnesota's frozen lakes offer 10,000 opportunities.
It's amazing. I mean, this is so beautiful.
We know it has to be cold for the lakes to finally freeze over, but how cold are we talking?
Lake ice formation starts pretty much when the temperature starts to get below freezing.
Luigi Romolo is a DNR climatologist.
The ice will start to form on the outer edges, on the shores of the lake. We call that shore ice, and then it'll start to grow inward.
With consistently cold temperatures and calm conditions, the ice that forms is clear and smooth. But we know that's not often the case for us here in Minnesota.
The windier it is, the longer it takes for the actual ice cover to form.
Then there's snow.
Snow plays a big factor in ice formation because it acts as an insulator. So when you get snow on an ice cover, it will prevent the ice below it from getting thicker. It can also weight down the ice and cause the ice to crack.
We had a pretty big crack open up east to west.
Lake ice is weakest in areas of flowing water, like streams and under bridges, and close to shore.
Ice thickness can vary even in just a few feet.
Gas holes caused by stream inlets and aquatic vegetation can also weaken ice, and areas near logs, rocks, bridges, and docks can be dicey too. White ice is caused by snow melting on top of the ice and refreezing, but white ice is only half as strong as clear ice because it's filled with air bubbles.
The clearer the ice, the stronger it tends to be.
Ice thickness guidelines should be doubled when traveling on white ice.
My best advice is to always check the thickness of the ice. If you're drilling and you're not all the way through the ice and you're hitting water, that's a good sign that that ice is not safe.
With photojournalist Jose Pascual, Kirsten Mitchell, WCCO News.
Now, the DNR says there needs to be at least 4 inches of clear ice before you can walk on it, but reminds everyone that ice is never 100% safe.
Stay with us. We'll have a final check of your First Warn forecast when we come back.
Here at Melio Sandwiches, we're all about facts. Fact number 1, we bake our own bread every 4 hours, every day. Fact number 2, we hand slice our meats to perfection, just the way you like it. Melio's, baking a difference since 1989.
Follow the beat of Butch Vig with Madison Magazine. How a kid with a drum kit became a visionary DIY producer, musician, and Grammy winner. The local legend tells all in a home studio sit-down. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now. And the winner is Madison Magazine. Proud to earn 11 Milwaukee Press Club Awards for excellence in Wisconsin journalism. And the top prize for civic journalism in this year's National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
I was an occupational therapist and I had lost my position. I was able to just go the next day, oh well, I can dash. I love it for the freedom. I can schedule myself. Also, dashing just gives you a sense of purpose. Having portable benefits would be really awesome for me because I could use them to help cover my vision, co-pays, and adding to my 401k. And I could continue to build that till I retire.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on an efficient CR-V hybrid, spirited Accord hybrid, sporty Civic hybrid, and the all-electric Prologue. Don't wait, turn your dreams into reality with a new Honda, named KBB.com's best overall EV and hybrid brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Welcome to Alpine Liquors, the largest independent liquor store in Dane County and beyond. We have over 700 vodkas, 1,500 whiskeys, 2,500 cold beers, 2,000 wines, and over 300 mini bottles for under $1. The area's largest selection, your local Alpine Liquors, located in DeForest, Wisconsin.
The holidays are here, and so are the savings at Baraboo Furniture and Mattress. Don't miss our holiday sale with huge discounts on all quality name brand furniture, including Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, England, Spring Air Mattresses, Ashley, Amish Furniture, and much more. Over an acre of quality name brand furniture on display in our beautiful showroom and ready for delivery in time for the holidays. Free financing available. Hurry in today to the holiday sale at Baraboo Furniture and Mattress, where your satisfaction is our guarantee.
Here at Melio Sandwiches, we're all about facts. Fact number 1, we bake our own bread every 4 hours, every day. Fact number 2, we hand slice our meats to perfection, just the way you like it. Melio's, baking a difference since 1989.
Coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News, the multi-state manhunt for the suspect linked to the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. What new surveillance video shows about the suspect's movements the morning of the killing. We've got that and more headlines tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
And finally at 5, in a sweet and spicy twist, basketball legend Shaquille O'Neal is teaming up with Pepsi to launch a new holiday flavor, zero sugar gingerbread soda. In a video inspired by cooking shows, Shaq dons an apron and uses the new drink to whip up a gingerbread masterpiece. The holiday-themed drink is only around for a limited time, but if you want to try it, you can try it for free by visiting Pepsi.com or their TikTok page, and then you can sign up for a free can.
Blaze is back as we take one final check of the forecast.
I'm gonna have to pass on that. But it is going to be quiet as we look to end your Friday. Any outdoor plans this evening? Just take the jacket with you because it is still going to be on the slightly cooler side. You know, we're hanging out still in the 20s, so just need to make sure that we are dressing appropriately. But we aren't expecting any rain or snow for that matter overnight. In fact, we're set to climb into the 40s Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Maybe squeezing out a few rain showers there Sunday night into Monday as our system that warms us up moves on out. So by Tuesday, we're cutting our high temperatures nearly in half, headed from the 40s back down into the 20s, where we'll stay to round out most of next week with some flurries possible Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But if you like the weekend weather, you just got to wait till next weekend. In our 10-day forecast, you're seeing it on your screen. We're forecasting the return of 40s by that following Saturday, Sunday, with a bit of a cool down back into the low 30s by that next Monday. I don't know ever how to say that. Yeah.
It's a week from Monday.
Yes.
It is quite the roller coaster.
It is.
Folks. Thank you, Blaze, and thanks for joining us, folks, for News 3 Now at 5. We're back in a half hour with more updates on News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.